All right, so now we're on page 690, module 15, lesson 2. We're writing an explicit rule for each geometric sequence and round to the nearest tenth if necessary. So here we have a word problem. The number of points that a player must accumulate to reach each next level of a video game form a geometric sequence where A sub n is the number of points needed to complete level n. You need 20,000 points to complete level 3 and 8 million points to complete level 5. So they didn't give us our first term, and they didn't give us our ratio, and they didn't even give us terms that are in sequence. They gave us the third term, and they gave us the fifth term. So we've got another term in between the two. So the third term is 20,000. The fifth term is 8 million. All right, so we want a geometric sequence and explicit rule. So that would be A sub n equals A sub 1 times our R, our ratio, to the n minus 1. Okay, so A sub 1 is our first term. Term 1, and R is our ratio. All right, which normally we would find by taking two terms and dividing them, but since these aren't in sequence, we can't quite do that. So 20,000 times our ratio would give us our fourth term, and whatever our fourth term is, we would times R again to get our fifth term, okay? You multiply by R over and over to get the next terms. So we know 20,000 times R equals 8 million. R times R is the same thing as R squared, and that equals 8 million. Now we want to isolate the variable, so we're going to divide by 20,000 on this side to cancel that out, which means we divide by 20,000 over here. Okay, 8 million divided by 20,000. If you want to do it on a calculator, it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, divided by 20, 1, 2, 3. We get 400. So R squared is 400. And the square root of R is 20. Because to get rid of a square, we take a square root. So R equals 20. So if our ratio is 20, and we have the third, fourth, and fifth terms here, we still need our first term. So since we multiply by R to get the next term, we're going to divide by R to work our way back. So 20,000 divided by 20, easy enough, that's 1,000. 1,000 divided by 20, if you want to check on a calculator, 1, 2, 3, divided by 20, gives us our first term of 50. All right, I like to circle my information when I find it. So my A1 is 50, and my ratio is 20, and that means if I rewrite this in explicit form, then A sub n equals 50 times 20 to the n minus 1. And that's it.